my friends. I have a Kringle candle haul to share with you guys today, and we are going to call this part one because raise your hand. How many of you guys went in for more than one order during this most recent Mother's Day BOGO? I did. So today I'm going to be sharing with you the first order that has arrived. I actually checked my tracking, and my second order is saying that it will be delivered tomorrow, the day after I am filming this. I also have something else exciting that should be on my doorstep later this afternoon. I'll talk about that at the end of this video. But I just figured, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and split this video haul or this haul up into two separate videos. And I think it'll just be fun. Now, I did also go ahead and purchase another 4-wick candle because I wanted to save money on shipping. You guys know that Kringle very rarely offers free shipping. And so I figured, well, if I'm paying the $7.99 shipping, there was, a 4-wick that caught my eye that I was like, you know what? Let's go ahead and throw that in. So if you like this video, please make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Consider subscribing to my channel if you are new and you like candle content. I will make sure that I list in the description box down below all of the candles that I am talking about today with timestamps. I do have an affiliate discount code with Kringle. It is Katie15. That code usually does not apply to BOGOs or any kind of if they put you're going to see a candle in here was deeply discounted. If there's already a discount on a candle, you usually cannot stack coupon codes. However, if there's a full priced item that you're wanting to throw into your cart, again, to save money on shipping, then usually the code will apply to that. But I just want to make it perfectly clear, none of this was sent to me in PR. This is all purchased with my own money. And the fun thing is that part of this BOGO sale, these are all fragrances that I've either had in my collection before, or I've had them in a daylight before and they caught my interest. And so, for me, somebody who I get a lot of candles coming in and out of my stash. I think it's always interesting to see if there were any that caught my eye enough to repurchase. And maybe that should just give you guys some inkling about maybe whether or not you guys would like that candle as well. So enough with the intro. Let's go ahead and get into this haul. So the first candle that I wanted to show you guys, none of you guys will be surprised to see this one. Kringle did put their Easter collection. I want to say they put it 50% off, maybe like the week before Easter. And then it just stayed at that price point for a little while. And then they eventually dropped the price point down to 75%. Now, this specific candle I did end up purchasing at 50% off because it sold out. I knew it was going to sell out once it went to 50% off. You will see in my second Kringle haul that I purchased another Easter candle at the 75% off price point. But the one that I got at 50% off was my beloved Lemon Sugar Marshmallow. We have fragrance notes of lemon, sweet, lemon zest, pastry, vanilla, and sugar. And I feel like I've talked this fragrance to death. This fragrance is my favorite lemon gourmand fragrance. Personally, I think that if they were to bring this fragrance around year round, offer it, it would be called lemon bars. It's got a beautiful lemon curd type of fragrance in there. There's some sugariness. There's a little bit of a what I would call almost like a shortbread type of pastry crust note to it. I just love this fragrance so much. And I was very happy that my 2025 2-wick tumbler, this fragrance did originally debut in 2024, and I had some burn issues with the wicks on my 2024 vessel, but my 2025 one thankfully has been burning very well for me. And so I decided, yes, at 50% off, I definitely wanted another one. I restrained myself. I only purchased one. But yes, I did go ahead and purchase a backup of my beloved Lemon Sugar Marshmallow. I did want to share with you guys a daylight that I purchased. Now, one of the things about Kringle, if you're newer to the brand, that I really like about them is that they offer these little daylights, and these are basically a way for you to sample the fragrance without having to commit to a larger sized jar. I've done this quite often. In fact, I'm going to tell you guys there are 2 fragrances here that I initially purchased in daylights when the fragrances were launched. And then based off of the daylight, they went on my list to say, yes, I do like that fragrance. I want to go ahead and purchase that. So I always think that this is great because I picked up a fragrance that I think would be great for winter and Christmas. And the fragrance that I purchased is Snow Capped Fraser. Now, I have never had this candle in my collection before, but I do tend to like Fraser fragrances. And I've got to tell you guys, this one's going on my wish list. Now, I was really, really tempted, you guys, to go back in and place a third order for a BOGO and include this fragrance in there. There's part of me, as I am filming this, the sale is still going on. And I don't know, I might go back in, but also knowing that this is a Christmas fragrance, part of me is like, it's been around for a while. I could probably roll the dice and just wait to see if they have another BOGO sale in a couple of months. I feel like they tend to do this sale 2 or 3 times a year. So I might be able to, get this fragrance, but this is a really nice tree fragrance. It's warm. I tend to like Fraser type of notes. I'm not always a big fan. Spruce can go either way for me. Sometimes it can be a little bit cat urine like for me, a little too astringent. But I do really like this fragrance. Now, my favorite all-time tree fragrance from Kringle is their Christmas scent, but this is really nice too. It's just warm. I feel like I would want to burn this fragrance alongside their cypress and cinnamon fragrance that I got last year. So yeah, I really like the snow-capped Fraser. This fragrance is going on my wish list for the Christmas season. All right, so you guys are probably going to laugh because we are going into the hot summer months, but you guys know how it is in the fragrance community. We're always almost looking a season ahead, and I am almost at the point right now where I am feeling pretty comfortable with the amount of candles that I have to burn for the summer season. And for me personally, as a reviewer, I am more than likely, let me put it this way. I am a seasonal burner at heart. That is really where I'm at. But I am aware that I am probably going to start getting some fall fragrances. The fall fragrances are going to be coming to us probably by, I would say, mid to late July. And I'm probably going to have to start turning my priority to incorporating and burning some of those in for some reviews for all of you guys. So, anyways, I thought, well, I'm pretty content with my summer selection. I will share with you guys, the 4-wick that I got is in a summer vibe. But the other fragrances that I purchased from this BOGO are fall, and I even have a Christmas scent in here. So why don't we go ahead and start out with the 2 candles that I got from Country Candle. Now, those of you guys who have been paying any attention to Kringle and Country Candle, the Country Candle format is being phased out. And so the country jars were part of the BOGO. I did purchase 2 medium-sized jars, and one of the candles that honestly I wanted it in a large jar, but it was not available in a large. It was only available in this medium format, is Pumpkin Banana Muffin. So I was telling you guys about the daylights. I originally purchased a daylight of this candle and loved it enough in the daylight that I said, hey, I do want to go ahead and purchase this. Now, on this specific candle, they don't have the fragrance notes listed on the bottom, but I did go ahead and look them up on the website before I sat down to film. Pumpkin Banana Muffin has fragrance notes. Top notes of banana, lemon zest, apple, and butter. Mid notes of pumpkin, coconut, cinnamon, and nutmeg. And base notes of vanilla, caramel, tonka bean. So this fragrance, if you love gourmand, this is really good. I get banana in here for sure. But I also get that pumpkin in here. I get some of those spices, like a little bit of a nutmeg and a cinnamon. It's not cloying cinnamon. It's not like red hot, like, whoa, it's not like frosted spice. That one is a very like cinnamon forward, or Deck the Halls. Those are very, very cinnamon forward fragrances. Not at all in this. This is just a good gourmand. Maybe a little bit of apple. There's a base of vanilla. This one is just really, really good. It's almost like a little bit of like a creamy note, like not like a frosting or anything like that, but oh, I just really like this. But the banana is definitely noticeable in here. And I thought, you know what? This fragrance to me is going to be a great summer to fall transitional type of fragrance because I'm somebody who loves banana scents in the summertime, much to the chagrin of my daughter. She does not like banana fragrances, but Kringle does banana very, very well, in my opinion. It's not Laffy Taffy. It's very like gourmand, authentic banana. I like their Bananas Foster fragrance. They had a fragrance in their 3-wicks called Ocean Tide. I loved that banana scent. So they do banana very well. And so I thought, you know what, this would be a great fragrance to have in my collection. This was one that I was like, I definitely wanted to get my hands on it before it went away. The other country candle medium-sized jar that I purchased, and some of you guys are like, why didn't you get it in a large jar? Because you love it so much. Well, I do already have a large jar that is halfway burned on this fragrance, but I do like the scent enough that I was like, let's go ahead and just get another medium-sized jar of country candles wishing for Christmas. Now, this is one of the fragrances. I don't have any like hard and fast, confirmation on this. I would be very, very surprised if this is one of the fragrances that did not make the transition over to Kringle once they eliminate the country line, because I know that this is a very, very popular fragrance. We have fragrance notes on Wishing for Christmas of Christmas cookies, fresh pine, vanilla, and sugar cane. A lot of people have said that this is an ode to Yankee Candle's Christmas Wish. We all know that, Yankee and Kringle, there's the Kittredge family connection. This is so good. This is cookies and pine tree, sugar cookies specifically. I love this scent. It's a very nostalgic fragrance. I love the label on it. This fragrance, I'm going to tell you guys, actually one of my favorite pairings of this fragrance is this one with crinkle cookies. That combination is so yummy, and I was really surprised by how much I enjoyed that a couple of years ago. So yeah, I did decide to go ahead and get another Wishing for Christmas. And then I repurchased a fragrance that I initially had this. I believe I purchased this in a 3-wick when it was initially launched. This is the fragrance Autumn Spice. Now, I believe that this came out, was it 2 years ago? I think it came out 2 years ago in I think it was in the 2023 fall lineup. We have fragrance notes here of ground cinnamon, orange zest, bakery accord, fall spice blend, crushed cloves, and leaves accord. Nutmeg, vanilla bean shavings, tonka bean tea. Goodness, that's quite the hodgepodge there of fragrance notes. But I'm going to tell you guys, this fragrance now, if you don't like clove, I don't think you're going to like this, because I do smell clove in here. That's probably like the first note that comes to me. I smell clove. I, in a weird way, get that little hint of orange at the top, but the orange note in here is not like summery orange. It's almost like a dried orange type of fragrance note. That's what I'm getting in here. I get some tonka, but this is, in a lot of ways, it sounds funny. I remember when this was initially released, a lot of people said that to their nose, this kind of reminded them of like craft store in the fall. And I get that. I get where that's coming from. This also, in some ways, has a little bit of a resemblance to my nose as Yankee Candle's Spiced Pumpkin, which I've always liked that fragrance. So if you like that scent, I feel like you would like Autumn Spice. Not the same fragrance, but they bear some resemblance. I think it's the clove note in here. The cinnamon is very soft. It's not like bam in your face cinnamon, but I like this fragrance because it's a really great blender. I found when I had it in the 3-wick, it blended really well with a lot of the other fragrances that I had in my collection already. So yes, this Autumn Spice is actually a repurchase for me. And then here's one that I had also purchased in a daylight initially. Love it in the daylight. And for whatever reason, last year I almost had too many fall candles, and so I didn't purchase it in 2024. This is also a fragrance I think that was released in the 2023 fall lineup. But I was like, yeah, I need a full size of that. And it is the fragrance Pumpkin Waffles. So we have fragrance notes here of pumpkin spice, toasted waffles, brown sugar, cinnamon, maple syrup, creamy butter, warm woods accord, amber vanilla accord. Now, I am that person that I have never really been a big burner of Bath and Body Works pumpkin pecan waffles, because for me, a couple of times I've had that and it was almost cloying. It was too strong for me. And again, I've mentioned this. Sometimes Bath and Body Works, they nail the fragrances, and other time there's just a little note in there that'll come across a little bit artificial, and it's too much for me. But this one on cold, I think that this is a really great alternative if you are somebody who likes pumpkin pecan waffles. But maybe you're wanting to transition to a cleaner burning candle, or maybe, for whatever reasons, if you're wanting a different brand to try. This is similar. I think that this is slightly more sophisticated. You definitely get the pumpkin note in there. You get kind of that like crispness of a waffle. It's definitely a good gourmand. I have a feeling my family's going to go nuts for this. My husband has always liked the fragrance of pumpkin pecan waffles. Like when we've walked into Bath and Body Works in the fall and he's just smelling them, he's like, oh, I like this one. So I know my family's going to love this. I think that this is going to be a great like morning type of burn. When I envision that the weather is getting cooler, realistically here in Arizona, the weather does not get much cooler. It's so sad. It's so sad. I'm always like so mad when September and October rolls around and I'm seeing everybody talk about like, oh, we're going to wear, our boots and go in the leaves. And I'm like, yeah, it's still 95 outside. Yay. But this will make me feel like I can pretend like it will be fall in my house. Again, this is also a fragrance so that I could see myself starting to burn like late August as kind of like a transitional scent. It's just warm, good gourmand fragrance. Okay, and then I wanted to show you the 4-wick that I decided to go ahead and purchase. Do you guys have any guesses what it will be? Spoiler alert, I actually purchased another 4-wick when I placed my second BOGO order. So now I will have a grand total of 4 wicks now in my collection. I am slowly going to build that up, but also the 4 wicks are fragrances that I need to know that I love. I need them to be versatile. And so the fragrance that I purchased was my beloved Sea Breeze. I did talk about this candle a couple of weeks ago, I think. I had mentioned that initially, thankfully it is showing up now under the 4 wicks, but initially I wasn't seeing this specific fragrance offered in a 4-wick when I clicked on the 4 wicks button on the Kringle website. They have fixed that now, and one of you guys actually let me know. But yeah, the beloved Sea Breeze. We have fragrance notes of ozone, coconut, fruit, green, coconut, and amber. Now, for those of you who are new to Kringle, here's the difference between the candles. First and foremost, oh, this is just so good. This is like the most perfect coconut scent. It's not tropical drink coconut. This is like how it says Sea Breeze. Like what this label is what this smells like to me. You're just sitting beachside. You're getting like, you've got that coconut, but you've got some sea salt air going on. It's just perfect. And I have mentioned, and you guys saw, the other 4-wick that I purchased recently was the fragrance Sea Salt and Tonka. I said that if you are not a fan of coconut, but you still kind of want that sea salt and kind of like sophisticated, almost like, I would say like sophisticated beach vibes, then go with that one because it doesn't have a coconut note in it. But this one, again, it blends. This is probably my most versatile summer fragrance. I can burn this with Caramel Sundays Banana Boat. I can burn it with, oh my gosh, I'm just thinking of all of the fragrances that I can burn this with. Ocean Tide. I have this paired with Gardenia. I have this paired with so many fragrances. Oh man, I love it. Okay, but where I wanted to go back to was I wanted to compare the 4-wick vessel. So this is, I believe, 32 ounces. Yes, 32 ounces of soy wax, and these retail for $45. Whereas these vessels are 22 ounces of soy wax. It's the same wax formula. You get 2 wicks here. You get 4 wicks on the 4 wicks. So the 4 wicks I do find perform a little bit better in open concept. So if you are somebody who has a more open concept style home, or you like to burn candles in a more open concept, the 4 wicks might be worth, if there's a fragrance that you really, really love, the 4 wicks might be the route to go for you. But the 2 wicks are 22 ounces, and these without a sale retail for $31. There are a couple of reserve fragrances that are also available in 4 wicks, and I think that those are $50. But I just wanted to give you a little bit of a price comparison there. So that is the first haul. Second haul will be up, I would say, probably within a couple of days, especially if my tracking numbers are correct and they're saying, that my second BOGO order should be delivered tomorrow, the day after I'm filming this. And then the other package that I wanted to let you guys know that should be on my doorstep this afternoon, and I will make sure to include it in the second haul video, is I did receive, or I am receiving, the new fragrances that are going to be part of the summer flight collection. It is Cherry Pie, and I feel like the second one, is it Bottle Rockets or Bottle Pops? It's kind of like a popsicle looking scent. Those two Kringle was kind enough to send me in PR, so I will definitely include those in the next haul video. And it looks like because those are releasing, I believe it's May 22nd, It's Thursday, May 22nd, 12 p.m. Eastern. Those will be available on the Kringle website. Because they have gotten those candles to me early enough, I'm pretty optimistic that I will be able to get a post-burn reviews up for you guys prior to that launch. So you'll want to make sure that you're subscribed to my channel if you want to stay up to date on some of the new releases from Kringle, and also if you happen to want to see what else I purchased. So stay tuned, you guys. Hopefully tomorrow I will have up my candle chat series for early May. That's a video that I like to just share what is currently in my burn rotation, give you kind of some post-burn thoughts as to what I'm burning. I will also have a little bit of a homeworks haul for you. I've received some PR from them this week that I wanted to include and share some thoughts with you guys on those candles. So let me know in the comment box down below, how many orders did you place during this BOGO? Even as I'm sitting here filming, part of me is like, I might go in for a third order. One of the products that I really had back on my radar that I was thinking like, darn, I should have gotten them, but it sold out, was backups of Fruit and Flakes, which is now a discontinued fragrance, but that one is so good. I'll talk about that fragrance in my candle chat, but darn, I should have gotten my hands on more of those before it sold out because that's a good one. But yeah, let me know in the comment box down below, how many orders did you place during this BOGO? Were you good and did you abstain completely? I will give you mad props if you did. But yeah, as for me, so far my count is 2 orders, contemplating going in and doing a third, but I don't know. There's so much good stuff always coming down the pipeline, and I have a really hard time sometimes reeling it in. So you guys, let me know, where are you guys at? Let me know what you purchased, or if you've purchased any of these candles. What has your take been? Did you get any of the Easter collection when they were, on the super screaming deal? I'm hoping that, actually, I think the sale will still be going on the day that I am uploading this video. If there are still any of the Easter candles in stock, definitely go and check those out. They're 75% off. Like, some of those 3 wicks are $6.50. That is a screaming deal. So yeah. Anyways, you guys, I am rambling on, which is my cue that it is time to go. I do want to say thank you so very, very much for spending your time here with me today. And until my next one, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.